Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here. Some of the top headlines for the day: a deadly crash in Madison County claimed the life of a Richmond woman. Plus, the National Weather Service has confirmed an EF1 tornado in Lincoln and Garrard Counties. And we're going to take a look at last night's City Commission meeting. We've got Sam in the Weather Center, the very latest forecast, and your sports report with Michael Watkins. That is all coming up here today live at 5. But first, and our WBON TV big story of the day: a fatal two-vehicle collision shut down the intersection of Richmond Road and the Berea bypass earlier today. The Madison County coroner has confirmed 27-year-old Victoria McQuarrie of Richmond was killed in that crash. Berea Police Department officers responded to the scene this morning and were actively investigating the incident. Authorities report the driver of the other vehicle involved was transported to UK Hospital for treatment. However, no information regarding their current condition has been released at this time. Motorists are still advised to avoid the area as the investigation continues. This is a developing story, and we're going to provide you with further updates as they become available. Well, the National Weather Service survey team has confirmed that a tornado touched down early Thursday morning, April the 3rd, in both Lincoln and Garrard counties. The EF1 tornado carved a nearly 9-mile path of damage across the region. The tornado formed southwest of Rowland in Lincoln County around 3:07 a.m. and remained on the ground until about 3:15 a.m., lifting east of Preachersville in Garrard County. The tornado's path began south of Lincoln County High School, where it collapsed a barn and downed trees. Upon crossing into Garrard County, then reaching Preachersville, the tornado caused more significant damage. Outbuildings were moved or destroyed, fence posts were ripped from the ground and twisted, and fencing was scattered. Several barns experienced damage, with metal sheeting torn apart. The storm packed a peak wind of 95 miles per hour and reached a maximum width of 90 yards. Thankfully, no injuries or fatalities were reported. This was the first tornado in Lincoln County since 2011 and the first in Garrard County since 2018. Well, the agenda for last night's Richmond City Commission meeting saw existing ordinances amended and presentations highlighting local community organizations. With a recap of Tuesday's City Commission meeting, here's WBON TV's Gage Hill.
In their regular meeting on Tuesday evening, the Richmond City Commission held readings for several ordinances, including the second reading for Ordinance 25-09. This ordinance will amend allowable land uses within certain city zoning districts. The amendments will affect the operations of businesses, including residential care facilities, hotels and motels, schools, government offices, parks and playgrounds, and medical cannabis cultivators in appropriate districts. The ordinance had its first reading on the Commission's March 25th meeting and was approved at last night's meeting with a unanimous vote, making it effective immediately. Also in the meeting, the Commission held the first reading of an ordinance that would amend the city's annual budget for fiscal year 2025 and approved an order that would accept a bid for an irrigation project at the Gibson Bay Golf Course. There were also several presentations at City Hall Tuesday night. Mayor Robert Blythe read proclamations naming April as both Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month and National Child Abuse Prevention Month. There was also a proclamation which recognized this week as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week within the city. Brian Kirby and Mary Jo Hatchett with Habitat for Humanity provided an update to the community. The nonprofit recently broke ground for a future family home on Locust Street. Kirby and Hatchett also put out a request for the city's assistance in acquiring vacant lots and their mission to provide affordable homes to local families. Officials from Hope Swings Domestic Violence Shelter were also in attendance to inform the public of their upcoming annual Jail and Bail fundraiser, which helps them provide aid and resources to victims of domestic violence. The next regular meeting for the Richmond City Commission is scheduled for April the 22nd. Reporting for WBON Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that report. Well, 3 men have been arrested in Montgomery County, accused of orchestrating a large-scale diesel theft that resulted in losses exceeding $18,000. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office reports that an investigation revealed that the 3 suspects were allegedly stealing fuel to support an over-the-road trucking business. As a result of the investigation, 32-year-old Jordano Solis, 30-year-old Leonis Perez, and 31-year-old Dario Montero were taken into custody. Each man is charged with engaging in organized crime as part of a criminal syndicate and theft by unlawful taking or disposition of property valued between $10,000 and $1 million. The investigation into this fuel theft operation is ongoing. Well, in Lexington Wednesday, Hubert and Alexander Riley pleaded guilty to the 2022 shooting of Elena Mammon. Reportedly, the Commonwealth recommended that Hubert serve 30 years for Elena's murder, while Alexander, whose charge was amended to manslaughter, serve a 17-year sentence. Both were allowed a chance to explain to the court what happened the night Elena was shot. Reportedly, each claimed they were shooting at a car because they believed that they were being followed by someone. Hubert and Alexander's sentencing is scheduled for May the 1st. Heather Mammon, Elaine's mother, stated that she felt a sense of relief and gratitude after Fayette Circuit Court Judge Julie Goodman accepted their guilty pleas. I am grateful that they will be held accountable for what they did to my daughter. Pleased is a stretch because she's never coming back, but the fact that they admitted to killing my girl and pleaded guilty, I'm very relieved about that. She went on to say that she won't forego the opportunity to deliver a victim impact statement during the sentencing hearing. No, I won't let it go. Number 1, I want Elena's light to shine on. And number 2, I want to encourage them to do better and be better people in the hopes that they'll make better decisions. Even though they'll be behind bars, they can help our youth make better choices. Well, the second victim in a Bourbon County double murder from last week has now been identified. The Bourbon County coroner has confirmed that 24-year-old Charles Chuck Calloway of Mobile, Alabama, was the male found deceased on Big Stoner Road. Identification was made through tattoos by a Kentucky State Police analyst. Authorities report that Calloway had family in Georgia and had been living in the Bourbon County area. He is also survived by his children. This development follows the arrest of 19-year-old Christopher Talby that we told you about yesterday, who was apprehended in Carter County shortly after the discovery of the bodies. His arrest citation details that he was found naked and in a damaged vehicle with blood present. Talby is accused of fatally shooting 20-year-old Dixie Brainerd and then allegedly stabbing and beating Calloway with a baseball bat. The warrant also indicates Talby confessed to a witness and brought them to the crime scene. Talby faces multiple charges, including murder, and remains in custody. The investigation into this case continues. That we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news coming up here, including going to take a look at that weather. That's up next with Sam.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation, and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofWorks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Welcome back to Alive at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Nice day out there, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit warmer. We've got Sam in the Weather Center going to give us a look at the forecast.
Hi, thanks, Grenelyn. Welcome, everybody. We have some more rain on the way, seeing a little increase in cloud cover out here on our Wednesday. So rain's moving in throughout the course of the overnight tonight even, and then into the day tomorrow. Have a couple rounds with it. Looks like the first one through about lunch hour, and then they could have a few isolated storms that develop later on in the afternoon and evening and quickly move on by. So the rain could be moderate in a few locales, so looking at the potential of up to an inch in a few isolated spots, but generally speaking around a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Temperatures are going to remain cool. There's still a chance at a few drips out here on Friday and Saturday, just sort of on the backside, some wraparound moisture. But it's this front that's moving in here that's going to bring us some showers. So the temps will be a little milder with the rain. Technically, there is a marginal threat. We could have some hail out of an isolated cell in the later part of the afternoon and evening, or maybe some gusty winds, but no tornadoes or anything of that sort, okay? So just put that to rest. There's no spin in the atmosphere with this. These storms, a little instability out ahead of a front, and again, kind of your hail producer, perhaps, if we do see that even. And again, some moderate downpours. So there we are into 9 a.m., 10 a.m., right on through the lunch hour. That first wave moves by. Things kind of quiet down, and then we start to see those thunderstorms bubbling up after some daytime heating. And that's where we could have, again, maybe some hail or a gusty wind out of a cell briefly. But then we go into the overnight, things kind of settle down again. Once again, rainfall amounts around a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch, but I can't rule out a couple strips, very fine, very narrow, where we see up to about an inch. Shouldn't do much as far as any additional flooding is concerned. We don't have any excessive rainfall outlooks or anything of that sort. We'll see overnight lows a little warmer in the upper 40s, up to around 63. Wind won't be much of an issue either. 49 for a high Friday, keeping it cool through the first part of the weekend, then warming up early next week.
Thanks, Sam. That's looking like a good weekend, especially into Monday. You can take a look at that forecast up anytime at our website, WBONTV.com. You can also check that out on our Facebook page. Well, one person was arrested in Lexington following a police chase from Georgetown. According to the Georgetown Police Department, officers were arresting a violent felon whose identity has not yet been released when he allegedly fled custody. The felon then led police on a pursuit to Lexington on his motorcycle. Somewhere near Newtown and Kennedy, the man got off of his motorcycle and fled on foot, where he was arrested by both Georgetown and Lexington officers. In addition to his Georgetown warrants, an official informant our media partner, LEX18, that a man is also wanted on a Lexington warrant, and investigation is ongoing into this developing story. On Tuesday, Kentucky State Police arrested an Elliott County man on multiple charges of child sexual exploitation. According to officials, an undercover investigation conducted by the Internet Crimes Against Children led to the discovery that 25-year-old Andrew Demon had uploaded multiple sexually explicit images of juveniles to a social media account. A search warrant was executed on Demmon's Moorhead residence. Police seized equipment used to facilitate the crime by forensic examination by the Department's of Electronic Crime Branch. Demmon has been charged with distributing matter portraying a minor under the age of 12 in a sexual performance and 20 counts of possessing matter portraying a minor under the age of 12 in a sexual performance, and is currently lodged in the Rowan County Detention Center. An investigation into the case is ongoing. Well, a Monticello man is facing multiple charges after being found walking naked along a highway in Wayne County. According to an arrest citation, Wayne County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of a nude man on Kentucky 3286 and located James K. King. King reportedly told deputies that he was going to get some pants. Officers stated he appeared to be under the influence and became disorderly. Kicking a patrol car door while being transported to the jail, King is charged with indecent exposure, public intoxication, and disorderly conduct. He was arrested on 6 outstanding warrants from Wayne County District Court, including charges of contempt of court, failure to appear, public intoxication, criminal trespassing, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Court records indicate King had recently left rehab under a court order related to some of these previous charges. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news coming up here live at 5, including Michael Watkins in with your local sports report.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and PD.
From Hicks and Punson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nidad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 news team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings. And log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
EKU baseball and softball both entered Wednesday on a high note. Michael Watkins is back today in our midweek Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report to tell us more about that and a youth basketball league taking place this summer at the Y.
Welcome in, everybody. So glad to have you with us here on a Hump Day edition of this Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report. And the EKU baseball team were in desperate need of a win last night when they hosted Northern Kentucky, and a Jackson Ginter grand slam fueled a 7-run fourth inning to help the Colonels win 9-6. Eastern entered the bottom of the fourth trailing 4-2. Julia Skeers cut the deficit to 1 with a 1-out RBI single to left field. With 2 outs and the bases loaded, Greg Caban singled to right, bringing home 2 runs and putting the home team on top 5-4. Colby Ott drew a walk to load the bases again, and Ginter then sent a 1-2 pitch sailing over the wall in right field to cap the big frame and put the Colonels on top 9-4. NKU added 1 run in the 7th and 1 in the 8th to close out the scoring, and following an 8-game losing streak, the Colonels now seek a second straight win when they host longtime in-state rival Morehead State. That game will take place today at 6 p.m. It'll be $2 day yet again, and the first 100 students will receive a free long-sleeve t-shirt. The EKU softball team has been playing some great softball over the last few weeks and have now received some national attention because of it. This morning, it was announced the team has climbed into their highest ranking in the D1Softball.com mid-major standings. In the latest poll released every Wednesday, the Colonels come in at number 13. The team is ranked in the top 25 for the 5th consecutive week, with their previous high this season being number 15 back during the week of February 19th. The Colonels have won 7 of their last 10 games, as well as all of their A-Sun series, capping off the stretch with a 5-2 win over Central Arkansas this past Monday. The team comes in as one of the best defensive teams in the Atlantic Sun Conference, leading the league in strikeouts at 256, lowest runs allowed at 110, and the second lowest allowed batting average at 255. They will look to improve their current standing as they head to Nashville, Tennessee this weekend for a 3-game series with Lipscomb. And the Telford YMCA is hosting a summer youth basketball league with 2 different age groups. The JV league is for rising 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. The varsity league consists of players entering grades 6th, 7th, and 8th. Registration is open until May 19th or until the league fills, and there will be 10 games during the season. For more information about the league, you can find out online at the Telford YMCA Facebook page, or you can email Mike Crafton at craftonmd@gmail.com. There is so much going on, and folks, if you have a league or a team that you want to promote, please feel free to reach out to me at michael@wcyofm.com. We'll be glad to help promote what you have going on here in Madison County. For our Wednesday Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay. When Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond, call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care. care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels. It's in here. Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Oh, welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. We've got Wanted Wednesday from the Kentucky State Police. Kentucky State Police is looking for Timothy Woodruff. He is wanted for trafficking in a controlled substance, first degree, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. You can see a picture of Mr. Woodruff there on the screen. He is known to frequent Mason, Bracken, and Robertson counties. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Kentucky State Police. Timothy Woodruff is 45. He is listed as 6 foot 2 inches with brown eyes and brown hair. And again, if you have any information on the location of Timothy Woodruff seen in the picture on your screen, you're asked to please contact your local KSP post. Well, following the bankruptcy of consumer DNA testing service 23andMe, Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman issued a release encouraging citizens to have their genetic data from the site have it removed for their personal protection. Coleman stated that Kentuckians have a right to privacy under the Kentucky Genetic Information Privacy Act, which gives consumers the right to delete their personal data and to have any samples of genetic material destroyed. We have laws in place that protect Kentuckians' rights and their personal information, said Attorney General Coleman. Every Kentuckian who did business with 23andMe should consider taking the proper steps to safeguard their sensitive information. A release from Coleman's office provided steps on how you can delete your account and your personal information. Log into your account on their website, go to settings and section of your profile, scroll to the section labeled 23andMe data, select view, download your data, scroll to the delete data, and then click on permanent delete. You will then receive a verification email from 23andMe where you will confirm your deletion request. Well, thanks so much for joining us here today, Live at 5. We'll be right back here tomorrow. We'll have more news, more weather, more sports, and lots of other things going on. Hard to believe, but Easter is right around the corner if you are ready for that. Saturday, April the 19th, they're going to have the annual Easter extravaganza. That's going to be at Lake Riva softball fields from 11 to 1. Make sure you mark your calendar for that. And, of course, we'll have more on that as we get just a little bit closer to Easter. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, Live at 5.